Hello and welcome to this new video. My name is Tobias from Olfert&Co. And today we have something very special for you, something you've been waiting for a long time. Because finally the time has come and the Seiko Sports GMT variants have finally been delivered. People have been waiting a long time for them. Truly stylish GMT watches for the price of 469 euros here. On the left, starting with SSK 103. In the 05. We want to take a look at the watches together in the next few minutes. I'm really curious about what you have to say. The first impression is truly top-notch. And if you want to continue supporting us, then please leave a like for the video, subscribe to the channel, and if you like one of the models, you'll find the link to the watches, of course also below in the video description. But now I would say, let's get started and take a detailed look at these beauties. Enjoy. So, now the time has come. Here we have all three models of the current Seiko 5 Sports GMT in front of us. On the left, we see the SSK 001K1 in black, Lombard. Then, in the middle, the SSK 003 in blue and the SSK 005 here in orange. So, there's something for everyone. However, we'll start here on the left with the SSK 001. Black version, so actually the classic indeed. What is the same for all models is of course the dimensions. We have a 43 case here, but we'll also take another look at it with the caliper shortly. Classic Seiko shape, and at first glance one thing will certainly stand out, which I find simply incredibly well done. We don't have an aluminum bezel here, but a stainless steel bezel with a hardlex glass inlay. This makes the watch incredibly valuable. It looks like, well, almost like the sapphire glass inlay of a Union Glashütte, so extremely well done for this price range. And what is also nice here is that the ratcheting of the GMT bezel is actually a smooth function. We don't have any detents here. We can move the whole thing smoothly and place it with some resistance. This is wonderfully executed and absolutely fits the zeitgeist of the watch. It actually also features hardlex glass on the front with the date magnifier at 3 o'clock. And otherwise, here are the classic case shapes as we actually know them from the Seiko 5 series. The crown here at the 4 o'clock position. That is indeed visually the SSK 001 in black. Now I would say, let's take another quick look at the SSK 03 here in the blue tone and bicolor bezel. That also looks amazing. All of the models actually have a red GMT hand, except for the orange variant. But of course we'll take a look at that one as well in a moment. Visually, an absolute stunner here with the blue dial. The black-blue bezel, of course, also with the hardlex glass inlay. I simply call it a floating bezel now. So we have no notches here, just a certain resistance to adjust the whole thing. Super pleasant. And of course, we still have the absolute advantages that the Seiko 5 series brings with it. We have their price. For these watches at 469 euros. They are well crafted and actually have all the features one needs. And if you take another look at the bracelet, we now have here recently, well, I would say a Jubilee bracelet. That means a 5-link bracelet solidly made. It ends here in the Seiko double folding clasp with 2 safety pushers. So, for this price range, everything is really top-notch. High quality impression. We even have here a glass back. The film is still on it, so don't be surprised if it looks a bit cloudy. But with a view of the movement, it's simply fascinating. By the way, newly installed here, the caliber 4R34. This is a GMT caliber with a 41-hour power reserve. The crown is located, as mentioned, at the 4 o'clock position. We can easily unscrew it. It's not screwed down now. And then we can set the time quite comfortably. The GMT hand moves accordingly. And if we want to adjust the date, we go to the first position. And in the other direction, we adjust the GMT hand. You have a nice feel in the crown, so you can precisely feel when it jumps what mechanically changes and what happens there. That is very pleasant. And visually, if you look at it now when the light hits just right, take a look at the bezel. That is really absolutely amazing, especially with the right light outside in the sun. It's so good. So Seiko has really delivered something in this price range. It's breathtaking. Let's also take a look at the black one, because it is also two-toned. You just can't see it at first glance. But we can see here, between 6 and 18 o'clock, the whole thing is slightly grayish, slightly offset. So we have these two different time zones. It's just not as prominent as you would guess from the blue Batman version. Shall we take another look? For comparison, the chic sporty summer variant here in cool orange. The dial, it just looks amazing. 24-hour gradation here in the rehaut. And the GMT bezel also again on the outside offset. Exactly the same mechanism can be adjusted wonderfully, seamlessly. And the whole thing is now at a quality level that is superb. As I said, we must not forget, we are talking about a watch here for a price of 469 euros. And there is actually everything you could wish for. Nothing is missing here. The watch is water resistant up to 100 meters. It is completely made of stainless steel. This applies to all models. Completely made of stainless steel, it has a beautifully crafted case, a classic case shape that has been known for years and has proven itself. A wonderful finish as a screwed case back with a glass window. We generally have Hardlex glass installed here, which is absolutely scratch resistant and comes very close to sapphire glass. Case diameter of 43 millimeters. And simply an absolute bestseller from Seiko. Then let's take a look at the luminous material on the blue one. And there we also have luminescent indices, as well as second, minute, hour, and GMT hands. So everything is really glowing there. Well done, Seiko. We are really pleased with that. Excellent. In that context, I would say, let's take another look at the case dimensions. And there we measure by hand a diameter of 43 mm. The case height measured with the magnifying glass is 16.7 metro, and without the magnifying glass 15.7 metro. So that's an extra millimeter that the magnifying glass actually adds here. That doesn't really matter. From lug to lug we are at 45.8 millimeters. For those who are still interested in the lug width, here we are at 22 millimeters. Like so. Now I've put the model on for you again. You can see it now on a wrist with a circumference of 18 to 18.5 centimeters. Simply a beautiful watch. I like it extremely well. I find the size appropriate. I think the design is fantastic. I find the price great. And many always complain about the alignment of Seiko models. I can't confirm that here. We've already received the first decent quantity here, and they are all perfectly aligned. That makes us happy. And also a compliment to Seiko. When you see such a watch on your wrist, it just looks awesome. Feel free to let us know what you think of the watch. I'll quickly show you the other arms on the wrist again. So, and here again, the SSK Z01 in black or dark anthracite, but more like black. Also, an absolute classic, visually a highlight. Of course, the Most prominent point, then again, the GMT hand and the GMT inscription. And as mentioned, on a wrist of 18.5 or 18 centimeters, it's not an issue at all. The watches make an impact. Very compact. So we have experience with the watches. They can actually be worn from 17 centimeters without any problems. That is pleasing. So, and finally the SSK 0054 in orange. Also an absolute color highlight, very pleasing. I find the beautiful shimmering dial especially nice for the summer, as long as it's still here. It's a super beautiful choice. And it really just puts you in a good mood. What do you say? Which model is your favorite? I'm already curious. So, and with that, unfortunately, we are already at the end of our video about the beautiful new Seiko 5 Sports GMT models. We hope, of course, that one or the other version of the GMT has pleased you. If you have any questions or suggestions, please let us know in the comments as always. But otherwise, we are of course happy if you join us again next time. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any more videos. Take care. See you next time.